Time to Sleep by Steve Jenkins and Robin Page. Like you, animals need to sleep, but they get their rest in lots of different ways. There are animals that sleep during the day and others that snooze after the sun goes down. A few just take short naps, but some may be awake for only a few hours a day. There are animals that lie down to sleep and creatures that doze while standing, hanging upside down, floating in the water, even flying. Once I get down here, it's hard to get up, says the giraffe. The giraffe sleeps less than 2 hours each day. It can sleep standing up or lying down, curled into a ball. It's Tuesday already? Snug in its underground burrow, the hairy armadillo snoozes for more than 20 hours a day. To stay warm, the red fox sleeps with its long, bushy tail wrapped around its nose. Heads or tails? Scoot over, please, the birds are saying. Bee-eaters line up to sleep. Those at either end, however, stay awake and watch for danger. The birds take turns standing guard, changing places so that every bird gets a chance to rest. Early warning system. The basilisk falls asleep balanced on a thin branch that hangs over the water. If a snake approaches, the branch shakes and the lizard wakes up, drops into the water, and swims to safety. My foot's asleep. To stay safe from predators, the flamingo sleeps standing in shallow water. As it dozes, the bird conserves body heat by standing on one leg and tucking the other leg into its feathers. From time to time, it switches legs. Each night, the parrotfish produces a mucus cocoon that surrounds its body. This slimy coating conceals the parrotfish's scent from predators, keeping it safe as it sleeps. A slimy sleeping bag. Before dozing off, the warthog wriggles backwards into a cave or crevice in the rock. Its sharp tusks face outward as it sleeps. Get the point? The green sea turtle sinks to the seafloor to sleep. All turtles breathe air, but the green sea turtle can hold its breath for a long time. Still, after an hour or two, it must wake up and swim to the surface to breathe. Time to get a little fresh air. Snoozing on autopilot. The white stork sleeps in flight. Scientists believe it does this by taking a series of naps that last just a few seconds each. When autumn arrives, the European hedgehog crawls into its burrow and wraps itself into a spiky ball. There it falls into an especially deep sleep called hibernation that will last for months. Don't touch. Brr. The wood frog passes the winter resting on the forest floor. There, in an unusual form of hibernation, it freezes solid, turning into what looks like a lumpy green ice cube covered with frost. It will thaw out in the spring. Sleeping or just holding on? Long-horned bees hang motionless through the night, holding tight to a twig or leaf. It's not known if bees actually sleep. Perhaps they are just resting. When you come to a fork in the tree, at bedtime, the koala sometimes wedges itself between the branches of a tree so it won't tumble out in its sleep. Hanging out. The walrus isn't choosy about where it beds down. It naps on the sea floor, sleeps as it drifts along on the ocean surface, or snoozes on the beach. Sometimes it just hangs out, supported by an ice floe and its long tusks. Split personality. Like all mammals, the bottlenose dolphin breathes air. As it sleeps, one half of its brain stays awake to tell the dolphin when it's time to surface and take a breath. The two halves of its brain take turns sleeping. Sleep tight. Gorillas like to snuggle. Every night, they make a big nest of leaves and grass, then gather in a sleepy pile. Where will you fall asleep tonight? To learn more about the animals in this book, turn the page. Hello, first grade scientists. On the next 3 pages, you'll find plenty of information about the animals we just read about. The words won't be read aloud to you, so pause and enjoy the information on your own.